Hi there, sign of Aries. This is Kim here to do a reading. This is an interesting reading this time. It's going to be something a little bit different. It is to see what is coming for you for your Leo season. And so Leo season comes up as approximately July 23rd to August 22nd. And of course, the people do vary on those dates a little bit. But Leo is about strength. It's the sun ruling planet. It rules over the 5th house, which would be your individuality and creative expression and things like that. So I want to pull some cards and see maybe what is coming for you to either deal with, face, or have a little courage for, or what is just going to be absolutely fun for you. So I hope that it's going to be absolutely fun for you. So let's get into this and see what we get. We're going to do it into 2 parts. I'm going to have the oracle part first, and then we'll pull a Celtic cross for you. So let's do the oracles first. This is the Witch's Oracle for Aries. And Aries, if you feel like you resonate with this and you want a private reading, just reach out to me. My email address is found in the description box below. So Aries, oh Aries, the Witch's Oracle. Tell me about Leo season for Aries. Tell me about Leo season. Tell me, what do you have for Aries for Leo season? I have the Mirror, Perception, beautiful. That's that Phoenix rising. I love this card. I love that card. Oh, you have Spell, Enchantment. And then you have the Queen of Elfame, Magic and Beauty 29. Seriously? Spell, Enchantment, your beauty, Aries, is going to enchant somebody. Obviously, your beauty is here to enchant somebody. And I mean, even with the Mirror, this is like, there's going to be a lot on appearance. And of course, when we do inner work inside, you know, things change on the outside. So we're always kind of constantly working on all of those things. And so let's get into kind of the symbols that are here. Wow. So it reminds me of Persephone. I don't know why that one reminds me of Persephone, but kind of does. Okay, so 11, the Mirror, the Perception. We have the Rising Phoenix. And I love how the flame, it kind of looks like an upside down heart in a way. We also have that symbol of like this inner knowledge and wisdom, High Priestess wisdom, inner knowledge, inner knowing, hidden, occult inner knowing also possibly is what is here. You might be the person with the mask. So in this card, I can see a few things happening. Like I could see that maybe you don't notice that you are this Phoenix rising, and that maybe to you, you see something slightly different. But what is clearly here is the Phoenix rising. So there's something that, and look at the creativity, you know, with the color, the orange, that's kind of perfect for Leo season too. So there's something about what you see and how you see yourself. And maybe this is taking some images that you have of yourself and putting them into a more positive view because of that rising Phoenix. So whatever you're going to do in Leo season, it's going to reflect your creativity, and it's going to really reflect how much you've really changed. So your change could be very much so inward and now starting to manifest outward. Like people can truly maybe see. You may have like some kind of aura or glow to you that puts out a spell. If you know what I'm saying, like that there's something just so enchanting just about you being you. This sweet little, it looks like a fairy with dandelion wings, doesn't it? It looks like it. Dandelion. Did I say dandelion? Is that tiger? Never mind. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Dragonfly is what I'm trying to say. Dandelion. Why did I think dandelion? Oh well. Okay, so anyway, let's get back on Dragonfly. The spell has enchantment. There's the frog here with fertility. Lots of things with the frog. Sensitivity, especially sensitivity to your environment. You have the rainbow, and it's almost like the rainbow is what you're creating out of rain, right? Like you're putting your spell, your touch to everything, making everything grow, everything prosper. And like I said, you either gonna have other people smitten by you, or there is something about you, just period, that is gonna like radiate. You know, this person, just being around them puts you into some kind of like spell. That could be a tiger lily. That might be also what I'm thinking of. Fine, might be a tiger lily. So I don't know what you're working on, but if you do work on whatever it is that you're brewing up for yourself, it seems like it's going to be really successful, Leo season. So, Therna Na Og. Okay, that's what I think it says on that. We have a couple of birds in this picture. God, we got so many things going on in this picture. It's kind of crazy. We have the rabbit, which can indicate fertility and, you know, fertility, beauty. The Queen of Elfame, magic and beauty follow you. And the reason I say it's reminding me of Persephone a little bit is because of looking like she's emerging from this cave or from this hole right here. Because, you know, Persephone goes in for basically the season and comes out when everything's starting to grow. So there's something that I feel like you're going to trigger to really grow. And we have a water fountain or spout up there at the top where it's just like, so it's representing your beauty and magic that just continues to grow and flow. Lots of little fairies look like they're constantly working on this person as part of maybe their enchantment spell. Who knows? The wings, instead of like a traditional angel, are kind of reminding me of an owl. So the wisdom there too in the magic and beauty, whether you can see that or not. I just love this. It's like everything is your helper here. And then there's the mirror again. So she's holding a mirror. She's also holding the pearl, which represents that beautiful finished kind of like piece of wisdom after having to go through quite a lot of stuff to get that, right? It has to go through a lot of grit to get to the point where it's like that. So this to me would represent you finally getting to a point where you're like, I'm going to step out now. I'm comfortable, you know, being comfortable with who you are, what you look like, and all of that. I love that. I love it. I love it. So magic and beauty, you've got so far one of the most interesting. I've only done one other reading, but you've got like the most interesting as far as like aesthetic. Something is very interesting here. And maybe you're going to have strength and courage to continue on some kind of regimen or something to do. I know I have to remind myself to exercise, and I have to encourage myself to exercise. I have to really some days encourage myself. Okay. All right, so I have temptation with the apple. I have wall, a misunderstanding. Younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. I have target, a goal-oriented person, and mule, someone who is extremely stubborn or unwilling to change, and unwilling to change. Let's get some of these. Let's get something from the Kipper deck. So a goal-oriented person, this feels like it's like whatever you are trying to hit your goal as far as outer looking like how you feel on the inner. I think that's coming to you. There's something so magical about this reading. Something magical. And then look, wealthy man or woman It doesn't have to just be a man. But the fact that the number 13 is associated with this card too here, Aries, makes me think that that it is about some kind of major change and transformation that like is attracting these like energies of just having it all. The energies of having it all, really. Having it all and then some. The wealthy man, nice shiny suit. Nice shiny suit. What else do we have? What else do we have? I have 14, a message of concern. Message of concern. Magic and beauty. Magic and beauty, a message of concern. A message of concern. 13, 14. So can't help to notice that these numbers are something representing something that's ascending. There's the initial CM on that card, but they're like on all of these cards from the Kipper deck. An interesting dress that she's got on. It kind of looks like a, you know, those really heavy curtains from like the Barter Theater or the theater, you know, it kind of reminds me of like somebody that has been very super creative and taken some kind of unconventional material and made something really cool out of it. This kind of looks like it too. I really like that. I actually really like that. I like this dress right here, this main female. So I have number 2, main female. So I believe you can mix and match these the genders and the wealth being there. Look, you have message too on the bottom. There's a message of concern and then a message here. So messages, pages, messages. Let me see. Let's get the animal, spirit animal oracle. Maybe we can find out more here, more messages for you. Looks like it's going to be a beautifully nice and wealthy Leo season for you all. And then take advantage of that Leo energy for sure. And you know what's funny is Leo got the same card for the spirit, animal spirit. Yep, the same one. Set healthy boundaries. Set healthy boundaries. And it might be some kind of like, I'll be very serious, it may be some kind of infatuation that somebody has with you. And so therefore, you might want to be very careful to make sure you're setting your boundaries so that nobody oversteps them, and that so that people know, you know, hey, this is where this line goes. You know what I mean? Because there's something about those coming out together makes me feel like it could make a person, or it could put a person in a vulnerable spot, standing out, glowing so much, you know, being so beautiful, being so beautiful. So armadillo spirit reminds me of Texas too. Just think of Texas when I think of armadillos. Oh, and you have, so that was number 3, and then you have 20, dolphin spirit. You have this and that are true. Sounds like a little of the as above, so below. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's kind of a little bit of magic, and it's kind of a little bit of just knowing how things work. Like, I feel like there's some kind of playfulness in that, in this enchantment, in this energy of spell. And they're saying to have fun with it, you know, especially with this dolphin spirit. Have fun. Also, something coming out about the way that something's communicating with you. Look, maybe you're not communicating in little dolphin clicks, but there's something about the communication or getting your message across that might be really, really important of how you do that. Especially with this wall, that there could be a chance for a misunderstanding or miscommunication, a barrier between a couple of souls that maybe need to be communicating more. Okay, so Beautiful, beautiful. Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibilities. So part of your main possibility I could see is if you are somebody that is in the spotlight, either one, if you're in the spotlight for whatever reason, you're just gonna really shine. This has been like the message for your whole reading, is that there's something in Leo season that is going to make you just really stand out. Not that you don't already do, but there's something about increase in fame and maybe just exposure too. And they're wanting you to stay protected. They're really, I can't reiterate this enough. They're wanting you to stay protecting yourself, protect yourself, because you have these magical energies here, because you have a lot of attention that's going to be given to you, or something that I feel like you don't even see what a beautiful phoenix rising you are here. Porcupine spirit, I love 48, time for a beginner's mind. So this is like open up to all the possibilities, and the porcupine spirit is saying, you know, hey, this is time for a new start. But this time, instead of just, you know, we're going to be guarded. Like when we step forward, we will be guarded. That's kind of what I'm getting with that. So I'm going to pause the video, and then we're going to get into the second part, which is the tarot part. All right, Aries. Okay, and now for your tarot part of the reading, going into just regular tarot here for Aries. So let's get messages. It's your spirit guides, our angels. We can call on our ancestors to give us messages too. This is for Leo season, which the dates will say approximately July 23rd to August 22nd for our birthday Leos. But this is for Aries and what they can expect in this season. 5th house of creativity, exploring all of that and what that is. All right. I think I need to shuffle it one more time like this. There. And then we'll cut the deck. That one's really wanting to come out. I don't know why, but we're going to put it on top. King of Wands in the reverse. So usually this has to do with something that's not necessarily working out the best, but we'll see. We will see. Queen of Swords. Wow. 6 of Wands. Again, with the whole recognition, beauty, being recognized. Wow. Okay. What is wrong with that? Partnership. Oh, I'm feeling conflicted regarding some partnerships. Possibly. Oh, the solution. What is the solution? All right. So the only thing that I'm like maybe a little bit concerned about is how you're feeling, because this is the card that represents how you're feeling at this moment or during Leo season, which could be a little bit like alone, a little bit to yourself. We'll find out why. Ace of Pentacles here is past energy, and it is in the reverse. It has to do with feeling like some kind of money. Maybe it was a gift to somebody, something like that. It just feels like there was some kind of giving away of money or a loss of money somehow. Or somebody must have missed an opportunity with you, possibly. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles and the past energy. Tell me about that past energy. The 9 of Cups in the reverse. And the 8 of Cups. So somebody left a situation behind. They kept choosing things that were wrong for them, resulting in not only a loss of money, but like loss of time that they can't get back. So the 9 of Cups in reverse would be like, if you could have anything and you choose to go towards your ninth cup, but then your ninth cup ends up being something that and ends up only sabotaging yourself or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if we choose drinking over having a good healthy night or something like that, if we always chose that, like, I'm not saying like just drinking is bad necessarily, but the over and over, and then something that becomes a loss of money to you also it could be that you gave and there was unrequited love that didn't give back. It can also mean that, and I think that is probably more accurate. It even feels like maybe this influence is not so great on you here in the past, and so the Queen of Swords is telling you to, if you're going to use her energy, the energy is like, okay, I'm determined and I know where my compass is pointing because I know what direction I want to go in. I know what I want to protect. I know what I want to save, hold on to, and I know what I need to cut out if I'm going to meet my goals. So certain people, certain situations have to be cut out if they're getting in the way of you developing and constantly growing. So this could be an example of this, could be many different things. Somebody that, I don't know, doesn't support your work, or they do, but they interrupt a whole lot, or they're a good friend, but they always bring some kind of thing around that. So I don't know, some kind of influence or something like that. This is about knowing what the path is that you're wanting. And I feel like it's saying like, this is about that integral part. I hate that word, integral, but it is integral. Like this is the hard part. The hard part is the cutting out the things that get in the way, and just as hard as following in the direction and like keeping, not letting anything waver you. I think that you are seeing some kind of huge victory and recognition here for staying the course, whether you've fallen off or not. I don't think that, I feel like for just staying the course, you've gotten recognition for that, or job well done. There's merit here. The King of Cups is in the reverse as your challenge. So Aries, I gotta say, maybe you have a hot temper, and maybe that's something that you could cut out of your life. Look, when we do that, I know a little bit about the health stuff. So when we cut out the anger and try to find ways to manage our emotions, then we stop unnecessarily producing those stress chemicals in our bodies. Our blood pressure might be even a little bit more normalized. Like, it has a lot of unhealthy consequences of just being mad or explosive. And so I'm not saying that you are, but I'm saying that that's the challenge. So either you or a person, so handling your emotions on your path is going to be really, really important. So I think we could ask Tarot, tell me more about this King of Cups in the reverse. It could be that we're very logical, but when it comes to the emotions, there's something that angers us too much to even be able to be guided with love or diplomatically. Has to do with something that's not moving forward, or something that took a pause and it is not progressed. It is not progressed. The Chariot in the reverse. The Chariot in the reverse. The challenge is getting back on the path to victory. The Five of Wands in reverse is not letting anything deter you or distract you at this time. So there can be this feeling of like, I'm always having to defend myself or fight this off. I'm always having to fight something or someone because of these games, and it stops us. It stops us in our tracks, like whatever we are trying to work on. And that means the distraction was successful. I don't know necessarily if people like plan literally on distracting other people, but I do know that, you know, sometimes that on that spirit level, the soul level or subliminal level, things can happen and they do get us off course, or they stop us from moving forward. So what is it that's stopping us from moving forward? And what is it that's pulling on our feelings enough to get us distracted from our focus? All right. So, and that's a good example of Libra energy there with that Queen of Swords. Cancer energy with the Chariot in reverse. Tell me more about this recognition. What is the recognition for? At the heart of the matter is the recognition, because you've just done so much on your own. and to this point, it feels like if you were put in a place where there was no guidance, there was nobody to hold your hand to say this way, that way, then that might be what you're being recognized for. Self-guided. It can be about self-study too. It can be about a victory regarding you staying the course even when you didn't have, you know, different hands helping, or when there was not much cooperation from others. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles here. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. Which is how you're feeling. So you could feel stressed. You could feel stressed because of doing, I'm thinking, because of doing stuff on your own. Oh, you got another Justice. Yeah. So there's a breakthrough that some partnerships need working on. There's truth and clarity coming in about just how much you feel kind of like, gosh, I'm stressed. I'm having to do all these things on my own. And then there's that energy again of being stopped because of having to defend oneself. I would say defend oneself. I would think that that's probably the big message. This could be a huge breakthrough that you have, maybe in regards to people getting along or hoping people got along. The Five of Swords in the reverse is really, I don't think we're even going after or worrying about fighting something. Too much conflict. Really just don't want to be drug into the conflict. You have 555 indicating there's huge changes coming anyway. This Seven of Wands can make you feel like you're just very, very busy and, you know, looking for a sign too. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of signs on this card, but for me, it's about looking for that sign that gives you the breakthrough of how you can do something without it feeling so alone, because this can be a stressful health situation with somebody, a family member. It can be a stressful financial situation. The good thing is with the fives, you know that they are temporary, and that is the essence of the number 5, is that you're going to move past this, and maybe that's what this breakthrough is about. Because this person looks like they're really having a big breakthrough. And you also have 1111. So truth and clarity. Tell me about the Five of Swords in the reverse. The Fool in a reverse. You don't want conflict, and you don't trust a certain situation. You don't even trust putting one foot forward because you know that it would be something that would get you sucked back in again, is what I'm getting. Something that would get you just sucked back in again. And the Page of Pentacles in the reverse for the future is saying, no, you're not going to invest in something all over again if it was something that you have tried before and didn't work. So why do we have the Page of Pentacles in a reverse? Why do we have that in a reverse? The Queen of Wands. And the Eight of Wands. Well, this is really good news. It's about somebody getting out the confidence to do something a little bit different than they've done in the past. And the Seven of Swords is coming out in the reverse, which is about transparency and kind of seeing through any kind of deception. Somebody's confidence needs to get boosted a little bit more. But I feel like you're dealing with this situation by just not investing in something that didn't turn out good once before. So the Tower is what we fear. That would be massive change. But look, they're saying don't fear. Do not fear. You're having a breakthrough. And your breakthrough involves major change that brings wealth to the family. And Ten of Pentacles, wealth to stay. Everybody helping one another. Everyone helping one another because of being so connected as we all are. So 10 of Pentacles, if there's any kind of major change or transformation, it will be regarding wealth. Yeah. So the Emperor is in reverse with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. To me, and then here we have Judgment. We have Judgment, which this Judgment card is a little special in this deck. It has to do with seeing beyond the illusion, seeing beyond, seeing the Maya, the Maya for what it is, seeing past illusion. But it's about, to me, it's saying pick your battles carefully. There's definitely a time to stand in your own inner authority, but when something is telling you hold on, peace for right now, and then the Nine of Swords being in the reverse is like, no, this is not yours to handle. This is not something that's yours to have to handle. Not responsible for this. It's pulling out of a time of depression and anxiety. And to me, it feels like a fear that there's a loosening of power over some kind of situation to do with authority or the Emperor, which could be your own energy, but past life energy. Past life energy, the Moon. So the Moon is, yeah, there's something that is not exactly what it seems. You don't trust a situation. There's no problem with that. Tell me something else about what the Moon is going to bring in. What kind of changes? And why is this Emperor in reverse? Why is the Emperor in reverse? Pick your battles is coming up. Pick your battles. Yeah, pick your battles is coming up. There's no need to be pulled into unnecessary fighting. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. Something is not changing, but give it time. There's something really unknown about this, and it is going to take patience. And it's going to take correct timing. But you're absolutely doing everything that's correct for you in Leo season. And I feel like, look, and then I feel like you're achieving all your goals, even on your own. Entrepreneur, master of abundance, master of this material world here. Yep. And another six of wands, your celebration. Leo season for you is going to be a lot of fun, and I would say that the one message of warning here is just careful. Place your boundaries. Don't let people or any kind of outside situation pull you into unnecessary fighting or conflict. And that is what I'm getting with your reading, guys. So sending you love and light. Aries, if you want a private reading, you can reach out to me. My email address is in the description box below. And until next time, I send you much love and light. Bye-bye.